Factsverse presents 8 Most Dangerous Abandoned Places in the World. Number 1. Wittenoom, Western Australia. During World War II, Wittenoom was a town who mined crocidolite, which is also known as blue asbestos. Although the dangers of asbestos were known, the mining didn't stop. Workers began taking the dust on their clothes back to town. In 1978, the government wanted to clear out the town, so they encouraged residents to move by offering to buy their homes. By 1993, the school, nursing post, post office, and the airport had all closed. Eventually, the town's name disappeared off the map. Of the 20,000 people who lived in the town during its mining days, 2,000 of those people died from the asbestos dust. Today, there are a few people left in town, and the government is still trying to get them to leave. Number 2. Kantubek, Uzbekistan. This island was the home of a biological weapons testing area. Also, 1,500 full-time residents also worked there. One of the laboratory's main projects was working on an anthrax vaccine. The lab also worked with the bubonic plague, smallpox, tularemia, and brucellosis. In 1971, 10 people on the island contracted smallpox, and 3 of them died. In 1988, the staff buried tons of anthrax spores on the island in a response to the 1972 Treaty of Banning Biological Weapons. In 1992, the lab was abandoned and the town was left in ruins. Scientists believe that today the island can still be very dangerous, as rodents may have been exposed to the weapons-grade plague. It could still remain on the island by being passed from rodent to rodent through fleas. Number 3. Love Canal, Niagara Falls. In the 1890s, a man named William Love launched a project to dig a canal between the upper and lower sections of Niagara Rivers. When the plan stalled, the area became a dump site for municipal waste and industrial chemical waste. When the Hooker Chemical Company failed to maintain the site properly and decided to sell it, they covered it up. In the 1970s, the EPA reported a high number of miscarriages and birth defects among residents who lived on Love Canal. An autopsy was performed on a child who died of kidney disease, and it was found that the cause was dioxin poisoning caused by the buried waste. The government bought the residents' houses and bulldozed the entire area. Today, the area is mostly just parking lots and power lines. Some residents have moved back to the area, attracted by cheap housing. In 2011, a sewer line burst which was full of toxic chemicals. Number 4. Pecah, Oklahoma. The area of Pecah, Oklahoma was a mining town for lead and zinc. In the mid-90s, 1/3 of the children in the town were found to have elevated levels of lead in their bloodstreams. This caused huge issues in the town. However, it is not what left it deserted. In 2006, a study found that because of the mining, the ground was at risk for collapse. At one point, a driver died after driving into a gaping hole into the ground. The government bought out most of the homes. As of 2011, only 6 houses and 1 business still remained. The long-term plans for the town do not include human habitation. Number 5. Centralia, Pennsylvania. For over 50 years, there has been an underground coal fire burning beneath this town. Nobody is sure what lit the fire in the first place, but it still continues to burn. The streets of the town have buckled from the gases and heat. Also, the fire has been pouring toxins into the atmosphere. In 1984, a resident fell into a sinkhole in his backyard. He was saved, however, the hole was found to contain lethal amounts of carbon monoxide. In 1984, the government bought out most of the homes, leaving it a ghost town. Today, the area is still dangerous. The nearby town of Burnsville was affected by the fire and was leveled shortly after Centralia was vacated. According to scientists, there is enough coal to keep the fire burning for at least another 250 years. Number 6. Pripyat, Ukraine. This is one of the most famous dangerous abandoned places. After the Chernobyl nuclear disaster, the entire population of 49,400 people were evacuated from the area. Today, it is a ghost town. Many tourists and photographers have been attracted to the area due to all of the crumbling buildings that were left behind. People also want to see the haunting amusement park. Today, the radiation levels have dropped, and there are many companies who offer tours of the Chernobyl alienation zone. There was even a horror movie made about Chernobyl tours. In the film, residents who refused to leave the town became bloodthirsty zombie-like monsters, killing just about everyone on the tour. In real life, that would be ridiculous. Today, the biggest risk is the buildings that could crumble due to the years of neglect. Number 7. Fukushima Exclusion Zone. In 2011, an earthquake rocked the Fukushima power plant and forced the evacuation of nearby towns. Since then, Namimashi is a ghost town. The homes and businesses that were not damaged or destroyed after the earthquake still stand. In 2013, the WHO reported that the risk of cancer from the power plant is low. However, the Japanese government is still taking precautions. Residents are given special permission to return to their homes. However, they are not allowed to spend the night. Number 8. New Idria, California. The main reason that this California town became deserted is because the New Idria Quicksilver Mining Company closed in 1972. There are, however, some concerns of mercury runoff as well as short-fiber asbestos around the town. This is not uncommon for mining towns. In 2011, the Rand McNally Road Atlas warns people of the asbestos hazard in the area. Today, you can book a tour through the town. According to road trippers, it is a great place to visit if you're planning to pass through the area. Subscribe